Metro Police are investigating a case of vandalism at one of the city's most beloved monuments. Maintenance workers found the USS Indianapolis Memorial defaced this morning. Vandals created an obscene gesture across the names of those who fought for our freedom. Our TV6 reporter Jack Reinhart spent the day covering the story and joins us live from the memorial. Jack?
Well, Erica, to this day, the sinking of the USS Indianapolis represents the largest single loss of life at sea in U.S. naval history. And some 76 years after a Japanese submarine put her on the bottom of the Pacific, the war memorial sustained a hit of its own. Just like the USS Indianapolis more than 76 years ago, the memorial had become a target of an unseen enemy lurking in the shadows. The suspect or suspects had used some kind of liquid substance to cover the names with a depiction of an obscene gesture.
These people died to be on this monument, and then they want to come down and do something like this to it. It just makes no sense to me.
With the exception of Washington, D.C., no other city in America has more memorials to the living and the dead, our veterans who have sacrificed in the service of others. Joe Spikes, a veteran who's here to tour the city's monuments, heard about the Indianapolis Memorial.
I know grief sounds melodramatic and everything, but a little grief over something like that they could hurt the image of heroes.
The USS Indianapolis had just delivered the atomic bomb to Tinian Island in the Pacific when two Japanese torpedoes sunk the ship in 12 minutes. Of the 1,197 men on board, only 317 survived. We found the name of Charles K. Neal on the memorial. We found his stepbrother in downtown Indianapolis.
Yeah, he was on his way back. He sent me a letter and said he'd be home before long. He never made it, Yeah, I sure miss him.
Our monuments commemorate history. They give us hope and inspiration. And an attack on a beloved monument has met with a strong response from Indianapolis.
And the positive piece of this is that the outpour of inquiries from our citizens about the monuments because someone had damaged or attempted to damage them again has been overwhelming.
Metro Police were summoned to the scene. They took pictures and collected whatever evidence they could. And Erica, police believe that it was either ketchup or barbecue sauce that was used to deface the monument. It came off with soap and water and some elbow grease. Erica.
Jack, any plans to increase security there?
Well, all of the facilities that are under the auspices of the Indiana War Memorial are under surveillance cameras, and there is some talk about installing a camera here. In the words of General Goodwin, the USS Indianapolis dodged a bullet today. Erica.
All right, Jack Reinhart reporting live downtown. Thank you, Jack.